Welcome to a brief video presentation of the building of a new house. This is for Donna and Thad Cresho in Uniontown, Pennsylvania. As you can see, there's Donna with her sister way back in September of 2010, just looking at the property that was recently purchased. As you can see, all the trees are there and all the growth. That's going to have to all be cleared, and everything's going to have to be checked out. And the person to check it out is Justin from Just Mark Construction out of Plum, Pennsylvania. And here at the end of September, they're coming to check all this and take the necessary measurements and see if we can put in the house that we got the plans for. Everything has to be measured and checked. You're going to see here's Justin with one of his helpers, one of many, who are going to be part of this complete project. We trust Justin completely because he knows what he's doing. Okay, so as you can see, we said this before, and first step is going to be to clear the lot. And Just Mark Construction is going to be bringing down some of their special equipment here, and they're going to be sawing and pushing down these trees. The weather was pretty good at this time, so it wasn't going to be a drawback, and wanted to get as much done before winter was going to come in and set in, which was going to definitely slow things down. So here they're cutting away these trees, and we're also going to have another company come in to get rid of the big ones way in the back. We have to find out, of course, which ones might be potentially bad, and we don't want to have any large trees standing once the house is built that potentially could be coming down with bad weather or something like that. So as you can see, they're getting rid of this is the first step, clearing the area. Interesting to see how they do all this, and they're going to pile all these trees over on this side, and as you can see, a lot of it is cleared away. And nice thing working with Just Mark Construction, they allowed me to help out and get some things done to keep the project going. So went out and purchased a saw, and we're going to cut some wood, and we're going to, of course, save all of this because in the house is going to be a beautiful burning fireplace. It's going to be utilized especially for heating the home to cut down on our cost of gas and everything. So it's important that I cut up as much of this as I could. So everything that I could handle, I was able to do. And as you can see, it's all those trees are gone, and there's a lot of logs that I cut, and got a log splitter, and we're going to be splitting all these up and saving them. Now we're in December already now, 2010, and they're going to start to put the foundation in. So there's some more logs. I even built some log holders to take care of this, to keep things kind of neat. And there's Donna starting to stack the logs on before we're going to be splitting them. Okay, now here you see the foundation being ready. They dug it out and putting in the block. This house is going to set on a slab, and it's going to have radiant heat, so no basement at all. So necessary steps are being done to do this. Okay, and once they got the walls all up, as I said, this is just a quickie presentation to show you step by step as much as we can. Now we're all the way into March already, so winter has bypassed, and naturally not too much could be done during that time, both from an accessible standpoint and just being too cold to get work done. You can see the walls here. The house is about 95 feet long it's going to be 45 feet wide, so rather large for two old retired people. That's going to be the back porch area they're framing out there now. And just like to scan around and look at all these various trusses. I think there were over 37 different sizes of trusses put up, so kind of involved. This is actually a home that got the plans off the internet for. Now the radiant heat was being put in here in April, and the electrician there is talking with Donna as they're planning all the different things that need to be done to set this all up. You can see where Donna is standing. I actually put some gravel up there because we're going to build a little shed there for storage things. Now we're in May already, and more of the inside is being done, the framework. Different walls are being put up, and everything's coming together pretty well. Here's that fireplace I mentioned. The company came down and put that all in for us, and as you can see, a lot of wiring. Loads, all kinds of stuff. And here the roof is being put on, and this is in June, so did a nice job. A good color I think we picked here for that. They have all their equipment down there to do all this work, and then on the other side, getting the wall, that was Scott there with Dave doing most of the carpentry type work. Plumber came down, David Plumber, and then there's Donna inside the bedroom, just checking things out, making sure everything's going along smoothly. We got to watch a lot of this as it was taking place. Now pouring the back porch, everything was set up there, and again a lot of cement work because the house is going to be made of stone, so everything's coordinated pretty well, and it's going to look really, really good when it's finished. So pouring all the cement and leveling it, getting it done the correct way, was all in a couple of days project there. And here the garage door guys in, so Justin was in charge, of course, of setting up all the schedules for all this stuff to get it done, and put in the foam installation. This is the best that you can get, and it's amazing how this seals everything up. And of course, we're in our protective suits, and you can see they spray it in there, and it just expands to fill all the gaps and any holes, anything. It's going to go in and really create a great seal. So this house is really well insulated. Every nook and cranny was done beautifully. There they spray it in, and then this is neat, interesting. You learn things as you watch, how they trim it all flat before they're going to put up the boards and apply the plaster. So getting that all ready took some time too. But again, a great job done by a great crew. Okay, now here's the back porch that was all poured, and pillars are getting ready, and they're going to have stone on them. You're going to see that a little bit later. And of course, Just Mark Construction is getting all this ready, and Scott was in, that's Justin in there operating the bulldozer, getting rid of a lot of the dirt and getting ready to put in the driveway. And Scott was in charge of that also. So they're going to put the first couple pads down from the house, and later on a couple more are going to be added. And there's our plasterer now. Okay, they did a fantastic job. All the walls and the ceiling and everything really came out well. You'd have to really see it in person to really appreciate what a nice job was done here. And all the pallet doors were put in, and everything had to be stained, and all the walls, Donna picked out the colors for every room, and so all the rooms were painted. And then all the tile work, beautiful tile work being done. Again, very fortunate to have a really good crew that cared to do the job correctly, and putting in the hardwood floors with two different colors. All the bedrooms were done with this lighter wood, and you'll see later the rest of the main part of the house was done with darker wood. Okay, there's Dave and Scott now working on the cabinets, putting them in. There's our floor people putting in the living room and in the dining room. Then they brought in a specialist to finish up all the trim work around the doors, and to get all the doors hung correctly so that they open real well and everything works perfectly. And then the backyard again is being made to landscape correctly, getting the shape done right, because we did have a hill in the back that had to be taken care of. And here Scott's putting in all the baseboard after the flooring was put in. And with this, we use engineered wood floating floors. And I was lucky enough to build the closets and the pantry, and did all that type of work. So here's the cabinets, and there's the fireplace. Isn't that unique? That's made of lava stone. So our installer did a real nice job with that. That's really an impressive part of that room. And then the drainage is being taken care of because we're going to have a Versalock wall in the back, and the downspouts, everything's going to be buried from the house, so everything's going into these pipes and going out down the lot on the far side, out underneath the road, all the way down across the land into some lake way down, way far away. So all the water, and there's a lot of runoff. I don't realize how much off the roof of this type of a house there is. All that water is being taken away when it storms or whatever. So here they're putting the gravel in and getting everything ready. Oh, and here's our Versalock wall being put up in the back. Messy job a little bit, muddy out there. But this was at the end of October. Okay, so time is moving along pretty fast. And now they're putting the Versalock in the correct way. And there's that wall. Isn't that nice? That's a beautiful wall back of the house. So we are nearing the end of 2011 and getting close to moving in. Here's the bathroom. This is the main bathroom, and has an Ultrabane tub in there. Look at that tile work. Isn't that neat? Okay. Then we also have an office. Was able to get that installed. All the big desk, and then this is the shower outside the exercise room. Fancy Kohler shower, and then our stone people are here putting the stone on, getting that all done. That was Nick and his crew doing a good job there, coming all the way around the house, doing it the way it's supposed to be done. And there they're getting the pillars down in the back, and there's the back wall with a lot of it cleaned up already, because that's really a messy job. We're looking at all the putting up the stonework with all that mortar and everything around. So they really did a nice job there. Wanted you to see how they do this. Pretty detailed and very time-consuming work. That's our friend Nick there with his buddy doing the job, and there it is on the front. Completed. This is around Christmas time. Actually, these pictures were taken, and we had moved in December, around December 6th, 2011. Oh, there's Donna enjoying her TV. And then we had to do some other things. I was able to rent a machine to dig a couple trenches and put a couple drains in where some water problems could exist. And by doing this, I was able to get rid of any water standing. And here's Donna helping out as we put stone gravel in and put pipe in and bring it out to the street. We had two areas that we were concerned about. We wanted to get that taken care of, which came together pretty well. And then wanted to make a mailbox similar to the house, so I built got the block and put in the mailbox, and then we got Nick, when he came back to finish up, he was going to put the stone on. You're going to see that there. Okay, this is the front entrance of the house. We have a real nice number. Okay, this is already in February now, because we're finished up the pillars on the back, putting those ledges on top of each pillar, and finished the mailbox. Isn't that nice? That came together really well. Real happy with the way that came out. Okay, and then there's the front of the house again. Now we had to get some of the yard fixed up, so we brought in over 5 or 6 loads of topsoil and skimmed the higher areas there and got that all worked out, got the topsoil put on, and here they're using this special thing to grind up the dirt and try to get as level as we can. Difficult to do that with the way everything was situated there, but they did a real nice job for us, and we planted all new grass seed. And of course you have to water this stuff on a regular basis. Had the straw all put over it and watering it. There's one side of the driveway, put these decorative stone to make it look good, and we planted all kinds of shrubs. Dawn and I did that ourselves. And now here's the house. Probably this is in May of 2012. Looking pretty good.